Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Adam Pacman Jones reveals the future of Coach Prime. And Adam Jones, Pacman, he's close to Coach Prime. He's been featured in a lot of well off media videos and things like that. But I like his perspective on what's going on. There was a lot of talk of Coach Prime going to the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of people don't think that more than likely would not be possible because, Coach Prime did say the only way he would consider, he didn't say he was going to do it. He said the only way he was going to consider coaching in the NFL if he was able to coach both of his sons. And you look at how Dallas is set up right now, they paid Dak Prescott a lot of money. And they would have to trade up for Shador because the Dallas Cowboys don't have the first. They're not in the top three. They would have to, first of all, they would have to trade up, and then they would have to trade Dak Prescott, take a huge pay cut, or Shador could work under Dak Prescott for a couple years or whatever like that. But I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if that's the likely scenario. Then it's now the Raiders, there's talk of Raiders again about drafting Shador and things like that. So we're going to see. We just have to wait to draft day to see where Shador and them going to go. I don't have an idea. I really don't at this point. But let's get to what Pacman was saying.
Watched for Joe Burrow, obviously, absolute phenomenal season of the Pacman Jones show. The clips are everywhere. Conversation intriguing to Adam Schefter. Now we're hearing about the NIL thing in Colorado. We're hearing about the staff salary at Colorado. Where do you think we stand on that entire storyline? And what are you hearing from Prime and or Jerry down there in Dallas?
All right, first and foremost, the next Dallas Cowboys coach is going to be Kelly Moore. Everybody knows that with the relationship that's over there. Deion is not leaving Colorado by no means necessary unless he was able to coach both his sons, which I don't think that's possible because sources says that Ben Johnson is going to be the Raiders coach.
All right, there it is. He said sources say Ben Johnson is going to be the Raiders coach. So he don't think that Coach Prime is going to get that job because they said Ben Johnson is going to get it. And he said sources close to him. So Pacman should know he have a lot of connections in the league. So that right there, that storyline just simmers everything down right there. It simmers everything down.
Okay.
Like real good sources. Like I'm talking about like real good sources, as we shall say. I don't think Deion is going nowhere. I think it was good entertainment, but I don't think Deion is going to Jerry World.
Okay, so Pacman says, hey, and by the way, Pac's been around.
Yep.
Long time in the NFL, seemingly friends with everybody. I think that's pretty accurate assessment on the Pacman Jones. So he says Deion staying at Colorado, Kellen Moore going to Dallas, Ben Johnson on good authority heading over to the Raiders, and Shador probably going to be the quarterback there. AJ has a question for you, Pac.
What about Aaron Glenn, Pack? You got any inside information on where he might be going?
Jerry calls him and says, like, hey, this is potentially an opportunity. And he called it intriguing. Do you think there was a time where Deion sat down and was like, I have to weigh my options here? And then do you think he inevitably wanted to go back to Colorado because of what he built? Or do you think he was like, I got a thing going here in Colorado that I've committed to regardless of what Jerry's saying?
No, I'm quite sure he took the meeting. Everybody's going to take the meeting. But I think the big thing about this whole thing is him being able to coach the boys at the next level. If that's not a strong possibility, I think the NFL thing was already out of there.
Okay, Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Pac, always a pleasure. The glasses are sweet. Do you know like what Shadur's thoughts are with this draft upcoming? Does he have a preference on where he wants to go? Does it matter where he wants to go? And do the Giants cleats that he had in his bowl game locker room, is that kind of him pointing towards, hey, I want to go play with Malik Neighbors?
Shador said he want to be the number one pick overall. That's where he want to go, number one. So whoever end up at that number one spot,
Tennessee,
which you can see some teams trading around. I see the Raiders going up to get one because, like, you don't need no quarterback. Connor, do y'all need a quarterback?
I don't know. We're for
definitely. I think they're moving on from. Are going to need a quarterback, maybe.
Yeah, because ain't nobody going. They ain't leaving Trevor Lawrence's name on the stadium down there. They
number one overall. He'll go where
owner of a team that's been working with the
actually a thought that maybe Deion is going to remain. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Pac, a report came out today that said Deion went to Colorado and basically asked for more money for NIL and for his coaches pool because they've already went away from the NIL, and Colorado basically balked at the idea and kind of is just standing pat for right now. Do you think with that report coming out, there's any chance Deion may reconsider and think like, oh, okay, maybe the NFL is a better option? Or do you think ultimately all this stuff will get handled at Colorado because his name is now, getting leaked out there to go to the Cowboys?
I think all of it get handled. If you look at the turnout they done had in the last year, nobody wasn't even thinking about Colorado before Deion got there. Now you can't even buy a ticket online for the next 5 years. So, and they had some big names come through there, and them boys was getting paid. They was getting paid. So I'm quite sure they can dig down deep somewhere and get the coaches a little bit more and help out with the NIL deal. And I don't think it'll become an issue this year, but if it don't happen this year, it may become an issue after this. But with the young talent that he brought in.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Like, there was some talk. I don't know. This didn't come out of Coach Prime mouth, though, about him approaching the athletic director, Rick George, about the NIL situation or the back money situation. That didn't come out of Coach Prime mouth, so it's really speculation. But if that meeting did take place and Rick George did give him some static on that, then I could see that being a problem after this season, after this upcoming season, because that's just the nature of college football right now. It's money. Players want to get paid. The top players want to get paid. In order to compete at that level, you're going to have some top level talent in there. But still, Colorado is still in the rebuilding phase still. What he did and what the team did overall in year 2, that's extraordinary to get to a bowl game and to be talked about like that. They've always been talked about in a national setting, but I'm talking about what they were able to accomplish this year. It was amazing to me. And that's a good builder upon the years going. That's it's a good foundation that was built with Coach Prime there in Colorado and what they did in year 2. Year 4, year 1, we know they only won 4 games, but it was still an improvement from the previous year for only winning 1 game. And look what he did for the local economy. Everything is up there. If Coach Prime was to leave, they back to square one, because there's a clause there that the players that's there now, if Coach Prime was to leave, they can get back in the portal. They allowed that free pass to get into the portal. So they'll be back to square one if he was to leave. So I don't know about the back end money. I know it might be a problem because Bucky said that Travis donated into the collective so that the players can get paid. He was responsible for some of the players getting some salaries, and that came out of his pocket. So shout out to Travis for that. I do think they're going to have some money, with Shador going to the NFL, with Travis going to the NFL, signing big contracts. It's a tax write-off donating into that, the collectives. So, there's going to be money there, but there should be more money coming in to compete with the Alabamas, the Georgias, and the Texas, the Tennessees, and stuff like that. These players get paid in the Oregons. I remember the Oregon coach said that it cost him about $12 million to take care of his roster each season. So these players are getting paid, man, on the back end. They are. And there's been some reports at other schools. I know Savion Wilkerson, he had said on his Twitter that he didn't get what he was promised when he went to, I believe, went to Georgia State. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't get what he had promised. He said this on his Twitter, but he said currently he's done with football now. He's moving on. But the money could be an issue. If he don't get what he want this year, definitely after this season, I don't know how they're going to, we'll see. We just got to take it season by season. I'm a realist. We're going to take it season by season, but the Dallas talks are simmering down now. The only way that those Dallas talks will heat back up if they trade up for Shador in the draft. And now the talks will come back. But we're gonna see. But right now, there's a lot to talk about in the off season. You know, Caden Salter is working with the wide receivers. You know, you got Julian Lewis finishing up some things with high school. He'll be there. You know, they hired a new head trainer. I believe Mo Lewis is leaving. Mo Sims is leaving because Maurice Sims. He had a video of the UNLV locker room, so I don't know what that is saying. Some of the trainers from last year already left; they already departed. So we're going to see right there what happens with Maurice Sims. But he was at the meeting. He said he thanked Prime for keeping him on, but he did show a video of the UNLV locker room. So I don't know what that means, but we'll see. So, and we know George Hageman and Gunner are the offensive line coaches. We'll see if they bring in another one. So they're going to have to eventually have some stability in that coaching situation. I do like the defensive coordinator. He definitely proved himself last season and what he did with the defense. I think the defense, I'm not worried about the defense this year. They're going to be really good. Defense is going to be really good, man. I like Salter. I like his leadership. I like how he's working with the wide receivers already, you know, getting prepared. You know what I'm saying? Building that continuity, building that relationship with the wide receivers. That's going to be important. But they definitely got a run game with him because he's a scrambler and he's fast too. So he's a dual threat. And so they're going to be good there, I think. I think they may, if I'm a betting man, they might go with the experience and go with Salter. We'll see. But Lewis might come in and kill it. So we're going to see. We're definitely going to see what's going to happen there. But everything looks up for the next season. They have some wonderful additions that they added into the roster. They did take a big hit with Travis Hunter. That's like losing two people, Shiloh Sanders, Cameron Silman Craig, and of course, Shador, Jimmy Horn, and you know, they've lost quite a bit of people. And LeJontay Wester. And by the way, LeJontay Wester was not, I saw reports that he wasn't invited to the combine, and some people saying why he wasn't given a combine invite. But what I could say with this is he should concentrate on pro day now. Have the best pro day he can have, run a 4.3 something in a pro day. But shout out to Jimmy Horn. He's preparing. I see some of the workout videos and stuff like that. Travis said he's getting ready to get back to work after he gets back from Hawaii. I believe he said he's going. And then he said he's back to work. And NFL is a totally different beast, man. They have some long training days. They do. Because Washington used to train out here where I live at within a 15-minute drive for me. I believe they still train out there. But their practice go all day. You could be out there all day watching them practice. But yeah, man, it's exciting. It's a lot to talk about in the off season, and I'll be back. Drop your comments below, like, comment, share, subscribe. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.